means some sort of Tech2 science vessels is coming. And now we see the second expansion coming from Zero, which is exactly what he needs to do in a fairly easy defendable position. That's the thing about this map, is if you do that too early, that can be a very hard position to defend, and it looks like Zero might know that. Turret's going down in the main base, perfect timing from C. They should go up right as the Muta come in towards him, and it looks like he's going to have 2 in his expansion, probably a couple at his main base, and yeah, again, perfect timing with those turrets. He should probably get another one towards his barracks if he really wants to fend this off and make mental switch to something else for Zero, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, Muta coming in now for the main attack, and going to see that turret and the group of Marines are going to be forced to go in another direction. Oh, there's another group of Marines right there. So he's going to try to thread the needle and go through the middle. No, he pulls back. And there we see the Hydralisk dead. So we are going to see Lurker Tech, and he looks like he's going to get some upgrades on them. Evolution Chamber is now down. And oh, brilliant idea, scanning right there. So the Muta can't take advantage of that ridge. The turrets would have gotten hits off them right away. Oh, double starport. So we're going to see some SK Terran builds coming out from C. This is going to be perfect against the oncoming Lurker build shortly after the Muta build that we're going to see here. And turrets well placed all over the place by C. I like this. I like how he's got him in the back. It's going to stop Mutas from wanting to come in. And he's going to take out that temple, actually. So he's got that ridge. He takes away, again, that little ridge's advantage. And he can continue to chase the Muta far out of his base and even set up a second base, a second expansion right there. And now, not having done any damage to C right now is, in my opinion, in trouble. This may or may not be correct, but considering the fact that he's made no use of those Muta, except for taking some hits and, oh, almost getting a Marine, but not quite. He's going to have a tough time doing any damage. He finally takes out a Marine, but he doesn't want to be attacking Marines. He wants to be the rest of the economy. As soon as those Terran players get up that economy, get those medic Marines up, and the economy stays strong, he can continue to produce those medic Marines indefinitely. And if you do that, you're totally going to run over the Zerg player, even with Lurkers, even without tanks. And Hive Tech going down now, which, again, something I think Zero's got to do. Going to see Defilers most likely coming out to support those Lurkers, and I can only imagine Cracklings. So now only 2 Lurkers out. I think he just gave up his positioning or his tech, the fact that they're out of the field. He could have gotten away with some potential hold Lurkers if he had planned that a little better, but something that can be difficult to pull off anyway. So we'll see what happens. 5 barracks now for C. Turret going down for C as well, but Muta's being taken out in the meantime at the same time. Not even enough to one-shot that SCV at this point, it looks like. So that Muta tech is going to fail. He can only use him as distractionary purposes at this point. The second expansion of Zero is up and running at this point. Defilers are certain to be coming out at some point in the near future. Another hatchery down as well. So he's got a 5-hatch base going at this point. I'd like to see if the Defiler mount is out, if that's in fact what he's going, or if he's going to try to go for some low econ or ultralist, which is very unlikely. You generally want 4 bases if you're going to go for some sort of ultralist build, but it looks like Zero, we're never going to see his base actually, so I can't tell you until I see it. He's got 6 Lurkers out in the middle of the field. There is the Defiler's Mound that I was waiting so long to see. It doesn't look like we're going to see any Queen play in this game, although we have in the past with a few recent games, and now it looks like we're going to see some the Marines moving out. So again, this is exactly what C needs to do, considering he doesn't want to let him go. He doesn't want to let him get any further. So Mental Zero now trying to move out over here. He's got 2 science vessels coming at him from C. One of them is going to hit that group of Muta right there. And that Muta group, once it gets, if they can't detach that whatever irradiated Muta to get it out of the pack as soon as it gets irradiated, it's going to go down. Although it could be a distractionary tactic to try to waste some irradiate. I don't think C really needs to worry about those Mutas at this point. He should probably just save the irradiate for the inevitable Defilers that are sure to come out. It looks like, no, I don't see him anywhere in that clump yet. A good-sized force, though, so if we see some good swarms and or plagues from those Defilers, we could actually see Mental do a pretty good job. And he has those Mutas, which, to be honest, isn't a bad thing. They're not going to do too much damage on their own, but with the rest of the grouping, they can at least help chase off science vessels. He can clone some Scourge with them and take out the science vessels, even if it's in a pack in the middle of the Marines, because they're going to attack the Mutas shooterless. And now C, though, with a really large force, so I don't know if Menzel's got any way to do it. And oh, Scourge going out cleverly, well, intelligently pulling them back at the last second, because they surely would have went down to that large group of medic marines. And C being very careful with his science vessels. One landing, oh no, one science vessel goes down, but a lot of lurkers there. Radiate going down on some of the lurkers. Another Scourge landing. Wow. I can't believe how many units C's actually just lost here. Those Lings are going to take out that entire force. And Zero actually with a very good force against C's Marines. He's going to take out that last Marine. All those medics are going to go down. And C is actually in trouble. Sweaty Hand C is returning. His hands have been slipping. And now we've got a bunker out there. But that is not going to be enough against that large force of Zerg units. And there are so many lurkers in there. A couple of mutas still. And although there are 3 science vessels, and they're going to be doing a pretty good job at irradiating a lot of those lurkers. As soon as those defilers come out, he is in trouble. I think he's low on irradiate. There are the defilers right there. He's got 1 on the field. I think if he's used too much irradiate, he's not going to be able to catch the defilers out there. Looks like he is going to head in now. Dark Swarm going to go down. He does get, he does take out that defiler, and he manages to do a decent amount of damage, but lurkers right on the bunker, and now he's going to run right into the base, and there are 4 vessels out there, but not enough irradiate to go around. Cracklings, of course, and C is in a lot of trouble. I think C is going to have to GG at this point. He's got lurkers in space. He's trying to counter in the meantime, but all he's got to do is throw down a couple of lurkers, and he'll be able to stop that force, or at least keep them from moving forward without something like a radiate. Tank in the background, and C does GG. Wow. I thought he had that game early on, but Mental Zero managing to pull it out. Very well played by Mental Zero with a lot of patience. I think C maybe with too much patience, waiting too long, not capitalizing when he should have before the defilers came out. And Mental Zero continuing to play well, continuing to improve, and most likely still a candidate for some more ace games. I mean, you beat the likes of C. C is not a bad player, although he's a big letdown. He's not really a bad player, especially in Pro League. So high fives all around. Good job, Mental Zero, and I'll see you guys in set 3.
제대로 돌리면서 쓰리까지 공격하게 하고 그러면서 탱크 올라가고 야 이러면서 첫 진출병력 잡아주면서 결국 가져가네요.
이제 우리가 했던 김명훈 돌아왔습니다. 1라운드 그렇게 달려가는